We talked about earlier how we've had to do some redesigns on the fiber cart. Problem being that the rails and carriages that we ordered were too far out, so we had to kind of pivot, make a redesign on the part that translates. And so what we did was switched out these rails and these carriages here for ones that were more available. With that came a couple different design changes. One, we had to extend the length of this carriage part here. The smaller carriages and rails, we had to extend this out a little less than 1/2 of an inch. And so on the first redesign, we were going to try just like we had on the original with just one carriage per end. So I designed these up and programmed and machined them the other night, and we hooked these on. But we were having the problem that that bottom assembly there was binding up when it was trying to move side to side. One of the carriages is a fixed alignment and the other one is an adjustable alignment. So when we were pushing on the carriage, it was binding up. It was able to tilt too much, and so it was binding up. So we came back, did a redesign, ordered another set of carriages. I did a pack and go of this model just so I could experiment with the solution, but ended up so instead of just the one carriage in the center, now we have 2 of those carriages, and they're spaced about 1 foot apart. So again, the other night, programmed and machined those up. We put them on the cart here, and that more or less solves the binding issue. The thing we're thinking about now is that it's just not robust enough for the area that it's going to be used in. This is going to be used by construction workers out in the field, and they're going to be rough on it. And so we just don't think that's a robust enough design, so we're in the process of redesigning that whole system.
I think it works, dude. Let's try it with this. That one, you're going to have to pull up enough cable that there's a weight in that cable. When it gets, pushed down. Yeah. So that's going perfect. That's my spot. And it's pushing down right there. That's pushing it just right. I think that might be a little wider. Maybe not. I'll run it back. It almost needs to be just narrow. keep going. That's right here. Dude, it's working.
Yeah, I think you're right. 5 more pounds here.
Yeah. Get so that's a little bit lower. I think that's all behind. And then that back, maybe you just remake that back camper.
Oh, why did I make that so narrow? I don't know. Here's in
Literally, worst case, you could make a tool with your hand and just walk back over real fast. You know what I mean? But like, dude, that works. Yeah, it was like tracking. That wasn't very much. Yeah, it was kind of fun. Okay, I'll order some 20s.
Originally, we had a set of 60-pound suspension rods that we were using to support the lower carriage of the cart, but we found that 60 pounds was a little too much and was putting unnecessary strain on the wheels. So we dialed it back to about 15 pounds, but we found that that was a little bit too light and that there was a lot of give while it was going along the track. So we decided to go ahead and opt for 20-pound suspension rods, and we went ahead and swapped those out as one of the last changes we did before we sent it off to be tested.
That front wheel like barely, yeah, it's like just barely touching the ground, like some spots too close. I mean, they're both thin. Yeah. So like that one's still thin when I'm, yeah. Because I don't think we want it as hard as we had it before. Well, then like it's just pushing so hard, it's like you try to turn and it's got this thing like a stick stop or whatever on the ground. You know? Okay, I think we're pretty close. We're close enough to try at this point. Do we ever put that? Is there a fitting? I don't think we have it. Yeah, I take it off whenever I fuck around with it. Okay. This is gonna get right here. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Well, we can do that.
This was originally right here, and they made a design change for this specific machine part, and I can't really slide it this way because it's on the ground, but this part right here was going to come all the way over here, and this is a pin that was going to be able to lock it, so if they ever have to move it on a trailer or whatever, this isn't sliding around. But due to some design changes, we're ending up having to move this a little bit more centered, and that's essentially what I'm just doing right now.